between this book and the last one, Nancy and her friends spent a few weeks on the Italian Riviera. That sounds interesting. I wonder why the series skipped over it.
Argo Font Book Review, Argo Font Book Review.
The girls are staying with their friend Claudia Belugi. She takes them to meet a gorgeous man named Massimo. Massimo gives Bess a free necklace because he thinks she's so beautiful. Bess might be good looking, but she's not very smart. She tries on a different necklace in a store, then forgets which necklace she's wearing. Is it the store necklace or Massimo's necklace? It's the necklace you put on a minute ago, Bess. How'd you forget so quickly? Bess is surprised to learn her necklace is a rare antique, worth a small fortune. Since she doesn't know which necklace it is, she can't identify who first had it. It could be Massimo, Paola, the store owner, or Claudia's boyfriend, Sandro. Nancy reports everything to the police. Nancy speaks near-perfect Italian. I wonder where she learned that. She knew French in the last book, so this makes her trilingual. They ask Sandro's mother to protect the necklace, but uh-oh, her safe was robbed. She calls some friends and discovers there's been a minor crime spree. Somebody's been stealing ancient jewelry from safes. George leaves to prepare for the next book, and the culprit ransacks Nancy's room. Both Sandro and Massimo refuse to talk about the necklace delivery. There's minor love drama when Massimo's ex-girlfriend Corinne decides she wants him back. Corinne and Bess compete for Massimo's attention. Bess admits Massimo's gorgeous and flirting is fun, but it's not love, they're just friends. Sounds like Bess knows more about real affection than Nancy does. Nancy is drugged by the culprit. She passes out in the bathroom. Luckily, Bess finds her before the culprit does. Paolo Renzini is angry to learn she's a suspect. She agrees to let Nancy search the store. Bess is surprised to see her necklace is in the store. Yes, Bess, you accidentally swapped your necklace for a real one. Remember? That's the premise of the mystery? Please try to keep up. Nancy and Bess search Massimo's apartment, but they find nothing of interest. There's another robbery. Sandro was supposed to be watching this safe, but he left for a few hours to get food. Sandro, dude, you should get food delivered if you're on guard duty. Nancy goes through the store's accounting books. The store is making very little money, so Nancy assumes they're not selling stolen necklaces. Either that or they don't list illegal necklace sales in easy-to-find spots. The culprit leaves a threatening note in Nancy's room, and the group visits a crypt which is made out of skeletons. Nancy wanders off by herself when the culprit steals the necklace. They push her into centuries-old skeletons as a distraction. It's gross. Then, everybody goes to a soccer game for a chapter. It doesn't seem relevant to the mystery, but I guess it's fun. Nancy is frustrated by the lack of leads, so she tries something new. She sets a trap for the culprit, with the help of a jewelry expert. He shows off a fancy necklace at a gala. They make sure everybody knows the necklace will be on the top floor of the hotel. Nancy makes a really stupid mistake here. The hotel has 2 elevators. Nancy has Bess guard 1 elevator, and that's it. The culprit easily avoids capture by taking the 2nd elevator. You didn't think to protect both elevators, Nancy? Nancy tries to catch the culprit red-handed by hiding in the room with the necklace. The culprit fights her off and runs away. There's a minor chase scene, which the cover gets wrong. In the book, Nancy's chasing the culprit, not the other way around. It's too bad, because Nancy chasing a masked villain would have been a cool cover. Nancy gets a surprise visitor, her hot Australian boyfriend from the last book. I don't know why he showed up at the end of this book. It feels unfair to call this a passport to romance when Nancy's love interest isn't there for the first 3/4 of the book. Nancy identifies Sandro as the thief because she recognizes his Vespa from the chase scene. He confesses to everything. He was blackmailed into committing crimes by Paola. I would go to the police right away, but Nancy decides they have to catch Paola red-handed. It takes 2 chapters for them to figure out how Paola's illegal operation works. It's kind of weird, but here it is. Kareen does chalk drawings on the sidewalk for a living. Kareen's father uses the drawings to show where the drop-off location is. For example, he would tell Kareen to draw a giant bacon cheeseburger to indicate the drop-off is at the burger place. Nancy convinces Kareen to change her drawing to the Coliseum. They prepare a trap to catch Paola there, but Bess messes up the walkie-talkies. I told you Bess is kind of dumb in this book. Paola escapes into the Coliseum maze. Nancy is forced to chase after her to stop her. The end. Post-book follow-up. I didn't like this book so much. It's definitely the weakest one of the trilogy. The romance is a flop because Mick is barely in this book, and Bess decides to stop pursuing Massimo right when the love triangle is starting to heat up. The location of the story is good. Readers get to see a lot of Rome and Italian things. Now I think Italians go out for parties every single night. At times, it felt like Nancy cared more about being a tourist than a detective. It's probably got twice as much tourist stuff as the other 2 books in the trilogy. This book is fast-paced and has a lot of short scenes. When rereading the book, I felt like a lot of the scenes were unnecessary. The balance is off between scenes where Nancy solves the mystery and scenes where it just looks like she's solving the mystery. For example, the big trap scene, I thought that was the best part of the book, but I don't think it needed 2 to 3 chapters of setup. It would have suited the story better if Nancy floated the idea of setting a trap, then we immediately cut ahead to when the trap is already set. I did not like the last 3 chapters. I think they could have been cut because the story and mystery were sufficiently wrapped up. The book could have ended without chasing Paola for so long. Plus, it's a low-stakes chase. Most of the time, Paola has no idea Nancy's following her. The first time Paola sees Nancy, she doesn't do anything dramatic, she just leaves. Not a very exciting chase. Overall, I think the book probably needed a rewrite. Keep the tourist stuff and the trap scene. Bring Mick into the story towards the start of the book, and really play up the romance elements, since the word romance is on the book's cover. Don't let the suspense and danger drop in the final 20%, and the story would be good to go. I give Nancy Drew Files number 73, Rendezvous in Rome, a 3 out of 10.